Hi YouTube, it's Joe here from South East London. I'm a part-time eBay reseller and it is Sunday afternoon. I've just got back from church and just literally got in the door this morning, put all my bags down, got myself ready and had to get back out again. Did one boot sale this morning, big one, good one, did quite well at it. It's one of those things again where if you really want to get stuck in and get involved in sort of all the new cars turning up and sort of grabbing stuff out of boots and stuff like that, you're going to end up with some really good stuff. I mean, that's not really the way I do it. I just don't have the energy for it, and I'm not really, wanting to do all that. So I just sort of take my time, sort of go around, pick up a few bits and pieces which I can sell on. I've done all right again. No, there's a couple of really good things in here, but just sort of general stuff that I pick up a lot of. I'll show you what I've got, what I hope to make from it, and then why I picked it up and stuff like that. So I'll start off over here. This was one thing that was just on the floor. It's just the box, but it's the PS2, the Gran Turismo 3 version. And I asked someone, was that easy? He goes, no, it's just here when we got here. So I just picked that up. If I do get a PS2, I'll put that with that. Perhaps it sort of makes it a bit more, I'm going to say, a bit more desirable if you've got the game as well. So yeah, that's something that was a freebie. Picked up this Handycam Video 8 Handycam Sony one. It was £5 with the bag, with the camera. It's got two batteries. It's got the proper battery charger and pack and stuff like that. I mean, there's not a huge amount of money in it. I mean, it might be sort of 25, 30 quid for something like that. Obviously, there's a lot of money in a lot of the right cameras, but this is an old one, so, well, but yeah, not bad, but not great. I'm going to take a gamble on stuff like that for £3, £5. You never know. I don't know a huge amount about sort of electronics and stuff like that, but could pick up a good one every now and then. Articulate paid a couple of quid. Actually, I paid £3 on this, but this sells really well, sells quickly in my experience. So yeah, I was pleased with that. I've sold that for about 18 quid. This was Gary Kasparov sensor chess. Now I picked this up because Tez Nutkins over on his videos, he picked up one of these. If you go and visit and look on his page or his videos, go and watch any of his videos, he's bound to mention this because I think it's the greatest thing he's ever done reselling wise. He picked up this chess set and he did really well. He got one and he sold it for about 70 quid, but this one's not quite as valuable as that. It's about a 25 quid one, and that was a couple of quid. So yeah, thanks Tez for the sort of the getting me thinking about that, but sadly it wasn't the one quite as good as his. This is brand new, never been used, sort of salt and cup tea and coffee maker. Not particularly great, but again, it does for about 20 quid, and I paid a couple of quid on that. I'll do the media stuff or some of it. In here is drums from Rock Band for the guitar, and also there was one of the guitars in there was from that, and they wanted £5 for that, so I had that. And another guy had two 360 Rock Band guitars and the 3 games, and he wanted 15 quid for it, but I managed to get it for 14 quid, which is still quite a lot, but I'll look for 40 quid for that. The guitars go for about 20 quid, give or take, with a couple of games in there. So yeah, that was that. This Zumba Rush, I paid up on this, paid £2.50 on it. The lady said her games were £3 each, and it's a bit much for a lot of them. But this was new and sealed. It's got a tiny little mark to the cellophane. But I've got one of these listed already, so I'll just add that to the listing. Halo 2 was 50p. I'll do 1 and 2 as a bundle. This Complete Thomas was 50p. No money in it. That was just a gamble. Yeah, I thought I don't know if there's more modern, newer series out than that one, but it goes for about 4 quid. These are £1. Toy Story 3, Jurassic Park, the trilogy. I sold the steelbook version of that in the week, so I thought for 50p I'll pick that up. This I think was £1. This Bolt, Smurfs 2. I don't know. I haven't even looked that up. I think that was 50p, so I thought I'd take a chance on that. Bambi, Bolt. That's new and sealed. Cars. I pick up Disney ones and do them in bundles. Seems to sell reasonably well like that. There's another Toy Story 3, Princess and the Frog, and what's that down there? Dos Amigos. So yeah, that was all sort of the Disney pickups. And I do those in bundles, paying about £1.50p for them. Lots of people doing that now. Philips CD player, that was £1. I need to test that, but should have done quite well with CD players, even if they haven't got any of the extra bits on them. This pair of 501s were really nice. They were in brilliant condition. They were £2, and a lady had a couple of other pairs of jeans hanging up, and I saw them just a bit too late as a pair of Zatini diesels, which she wanted £3 for, which would have been a sort of £35-40 pair of jeans. So I gutted to have missed them. As I got to the boot sale, I was actually just a bit late behind a couple of people, a couple of really nice pairs of Nike trainers and bits and pieces, but that's the way it goes. So win some, you lose some. But I'll look for perhaps maybe even sort of getting towards 30 quid on those, 29 quid, because they've got the new leather patch, which seems to be more popular. So yeah, I'll do well with them. Paid up on these, paid £5 on these Asics GT2170. I think that's what they are. Yeah, GT 2170s, and these are, again, good trainers. London Marathon next week. People are looking to buy these sorts of things. Should get about 30 quid back for them. Paid 5 quid on them. These little pair of Nike Air Maxes, really nice condition. Little girls ones, they were 2 quid and should get about maybe probably even 20 quid actually back on them. Bit dirty, but I might stick them in the wash. Converse, couple of quid on these. Not great condition, bit of wear to the heels, but still do well on those. That's bread and butter pickup, really, sort of 20 quid. For your white ones, if they're clean enough, you're never really going to do worse than 20 quid. These are £2, probably shouldn't have bothered with them because I'm going to have to repair that, put the laces in them, and they're not a particularly good size, but again, 15 quid. These were a nice big pair of Converse. These were 3 quid. And the colourway was pretty standard, sort of like green, racing green. So looking for 20 quid back on those. These ones are quite nice. These were leather monochrome black Converse. Now these were only a quid, but they've got a little bit of wear here to the inner heels. Not a huge amount, and you know, bit of wear over there. But again, they're really popular, the leather ones, and so they're all monochrome black ones. I'll again ask for 20 quid on those. I paid up on these flights. Lady wanted 15 quid, and I managed to get them for 12. Size 5, so they're my wife's size, so I better not let her see them. But I got them, once I got them back, and I was sort of checking today, I didn't realise this, I didn't see this, I didn't check them over properly because I was being pestered because there's people behind me. But they've got a bit of scuffing and a bit of wear here, but this should come off with a bit of nail varnish remover off of that bit. I'm not going to put nail varnish remover on here because it will just lift off the rest of the black there. But, you know, I should still get, if they hadn't have got that, I'd have asked sort of like 35, 40 for them, but I think still get about 30, 35, maybe 35 for them, because they're decent colour. That's to say, if the wife doesn't see them. A couple of pairs of 90s. These Nike Max 90s were 50p. They need to go in the wash, but again, should do all right with them. These ones are paid up a bit more on the black ones because they just tend to sell really well in pretty good condition. Paid 4 quid on those, and they're still quite a small size, but they do sell reasonably well. It should be 20 quid at least. These Converse leather high tops. These were £3. Again, 15 to 20 quid back on them. They're a good size. These Predator Manias, they're a bit off coloured, and they're they're only a size 5.5, so women's or boys size. They need a really good clean up, and they were 3 quid. But I've done really well on Predators in the past. I don't know exactly what I'll get for them, but we'll see. A pair of Asics Blackheath 4. These are hockey shoes or AstroTurf shoes. They've got a bit of wear to them. They were 2 quid. They were one of the first people I saw. The lady I got the jeans off of, and they should do about, you know, maybe about 15 to 20 quid again. These are a nice pair of 90s. Lady wanted 10 quid on them. Paid 7 for them. Really good condition. The tread's great on those. A few little marks and stuff like that, but I'll be able to tidy them up. And again, sort of £35. These big Converse fold-overs, sort of blue glitter effect. The guy said he wanted 5 quid, and I said that's too much. And they said, oh, what would you do? I said, well, maybe 3 quid. So I took them for 3 quid. Looked for about 20 on them. These were nice. These little, I suppose they're like Air Force Ones, but like little crib, Nike ones, like crib shoes for baby. Well, I guess they've been worn, but by the time they put them on, they've probably pretty much grown out of them. So they're really cool. They're just a couple of quid, and I look for about 15 on them. Then over here, a couple of bits of sealed Wii Media. I wouldn't have bothered with them ordinarily, but they were sealed and they were a quid each. And then this was quite cool. This was this Harry Potter sort of Deathly Hallows and On the Road thing. You can hear that. CDs are obviously loose inside there, but it is new and sealed. I might just open it up and just put it as part of my Harry Potter bundles, which I make up. But yeah, it's quite a nice thing. This was new and sealed. This Lord of the Rings trilogy, I paid up on that again. I paid 5 quid on it, but I looked on eBay and one had gone for bids, had gone for 27 quid with, 25 quid and then like £3 postage. So yeah, I was happy to pay that. And then I think there was just one, I mean, I got, under here I got this Lego Creationary, brand new and sealed, not brand new and sealed, sorry, but 100% complete. I've just checked that. Really nice thing, and that goes for about 35, 40 quid, maybe even more if you're willing to wait, and I paid 4 quid for that. Now that was sort of, I'd done all that stuff and I was just about to head back to the car. Sorry, as I was saying, just sort of did all that stuff, and then I was heading back to the car, before I'd head back to the car, dropped everything off, and then I realised that they just opened up a few more sort of lanes, a few more, on a different field, there's a few more people selling, so I thought I had still a few minutes left. I'll go and nip up there and see what I can find, and I'm really glad I did, because that's probably where I found my best 2 pickups of the day. So I picked up this Ocean Trader board game. Now, as soon as I saw it, I thought, oh, I've not recognised that one before. I've not seen that before, but I know that's one to be on the lookout for. And I looked inside. I've looked inside since, and it's all immaculate. It's not even been used. A lot of the ships are still sort of connected to their binding, and that's a sort of £60 board game. And as well, the guy had this as well. This Le Phoenix, this Hella model, and I went on that because it was brand new and sealed. So I paid £4 on the model and £2 on this, and you're looking at well over £100 for the two things. And the interesting thing about this is that this is again sort of same time as people are getting stuff out. You've got all these people going around asking for Lego, asking for, have you got any video games, you've got any Nintendo, Sega, all that sort of stuff. And the reality is, I mean, someone could pull out a Mega Drive with a few sports games and all this, and like five people are all going to fight over it. They're going to ask 20 quid for it or whatever, 10 quid for it. They might be able to sell it for 30, 40 quid. And yeah, they've done all right on it, but then they've left like what looks like a crappy board game in this old thing, which will worth far more. And don't get me wrong, I know some SNES games and Mega Drive you're going to pull out and it's going to be worth a fortune, but it's just interesting. It's not always about like the two or three sort of key things. It's not just about video games. It's not just about Lego. It's not, the more you know, the better. And my knowledge is still pretty limited. There's still, I don't know, very little about electronics, very little about antiques, gold, jewellery, war memorabilia, all that sort of stuff. I mean, I could learn more and more and more, really. So look, every stall I go to, there's an opportunity for there to be something I can pick up. But, it's just a good example. So those were fantastic pickups. And also there was another stall, and they had some stuff. They had some media bits, and they just wanted £2 for their box sets and £1 for their DVDs. So I got the complete Harry Potter for a couple of quid. I don't know what that goes for at the moment. Actually, probably around 25, 30. Complete Dad's Army, £2, really nice. £1 for Microsoft Office Home Student. That's free PCs on the license, so I'll double check to see if that's got any licenses left with Microsoft, their chat, their help. So that was really nice. That was £1. Sold that loads of times in the past. This Norman Wisdom again for a couple of quid, and that goes for about 15 quid new. And then £2 on the Harry Potter new and sealed books 1 to 4. So that was nice as well. So that was really good. I was glad I sort of popped around and tried one more time. Now I did go out on Saturday as well and picked up an absolute load of stuff, but I've just sort of got on with it. I didn't really have time to start videoing it. Yeah, just really loads of really good stuff. There was a funny moment though when a lady had some stuff and she was getting some DVDs out, and then all of a sudden she goes, "Oh, I've got another bag of things. What on earth's this? All this in here?" She said, and she chucked out like a GameCube game onto like out the top of it onto the pile, and like four guys almost like fell on top of this bag just trying to get at it. It was quite funny, and then all it had in it was just crappy DVDs and then like one other GameCube game. But it was quite funny. Like I saw all these eyes light up as she didn't, as what came out there. I had an annoying thing as well. I saw this morning I picked up Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 on the PS2, opened it up and it had a totally different game in it, and that was a bit annoying because that's like a £25 game. But these sorts of things happen, so you've got to check things. Anyway, that's me. That's my pickups for Sunday. Loads to get on with listing. I'll try and do that. I've listed about 100 things over the last 2 weeks. I'm trying to list everything I buy on the Saturday, Sunday in the same week, and it's not always possible, but I just about get there. The things I tend not to list are things like the Disney DVDs, which I'll hold off and put in bundles, or some of the games that I'll put in bundles. But in terms of like all these trainers, the board games, the books, the media, this sort of stuff, I'll try and get on there as quick as I can. All right, so that's me. That's my week. There you go, Tez. That's just for you. One last little look, mate. Anyway, cheers, guys. Hope you're doing well. See you later. Bye.